Hey, everybody, and welcome to another Music Monday. I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide. How are you? I tell you what, I am super uber duper excited because tonight my sister, Selina Albright, is in the green room waiting to come out and chat. I tried to start the conversation without you, and I felt so badly. I said, okay, no. We got to go live, and we are now live. I see the comments are coming up. People are definitely coming in. Listen, before I bring her on, grab your handheld for me, right? And I want you to share. I want you to invite. I want you to let everybody know that Unsigned Artist Reveal. Yep, I see it there. Chinyeer is on from the UK. She's already up and waiting. It is late, lady, but you are on. I don't see Martin. He's usually right alongside of you. But listen, everybody, share. Let the world know that Selina Albright is here with me, my cherished friend and sister. Please give an Unsigned Artist Reveal warm welcome and applause to Selina Albright. Hey, sis.
Hi! Oh my gosh. After 2 years being away, it's so good to be back.
Too long. We
It's too
cannot do
long.
that. Never again.
No, because
Promise?
I'm always coming out with music, like almost every year, something is happening.
Yep.
So we need to do this every year. We skipped a year. We're gonna fix that.
We're going to fix it. We
Thanks
better.
for having me.
Oh, it is always a pleasure, Selina,
Seriously.
to have you on and to catch up because I know there's a lot that you've been doing. So busy. That's what you guys we were talking about back of the house. How busy this creative is, and rightfully so. You're such a great talent, Selena.
Thank
Really,
you.
of
That's really
course,
thank you.
of course, of course. So you're in the UK.
I live here now.
Wow,
God is good, and God is
all the time.
also I I'm trying not to say that God is crazy.
Very humorous, but no.
Girl,
He is so humorous, Selena.
he's
You
got a
know.
sense of humor, and he knows what's in
Yes.
me before I do.
Yep.
I swear, this relocation has taught me so much about myself and
Really.
about the value of environment
Yeah.
and about the value of knowing your worth and, trusting yourself and trusting the gift you have of God actually talking to you. So when I tell you this was like on so many levels, physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, testing, refinement, and just such a huge learning curve. It's just been so cool and absolutely nuts at the same time.
Oh,
I've never made a move this all encompassing.
it's huge. It
Yeah,
is.
I wouldn't change it.
And you know what? It's amazing because one of the things that I wanted to ask you, and it always happens like this when we get together. It is
What?
so authentic. You know how authentic the conversation is. And I
Good.
wanted to ask you how impactful was because this is a major thing. I mean, the only other person who I know who's done something like this huge is Eileen, um, Tracy Eileen. Do you know her? Are you familiar with her? She's in Paris.
I'm friends with her on Facebook, I think. If it's the
Yeah,
same,
I think,
yes.
yeah,
I
vocalist.
may not
Yeah,
know her personally,
personally,
but
yeah.
know.
But she did the
We
thing.
connect different ways these days.
She did
The
the thing.
age of information. So she did it too. She went to Paris.
She's in
She
Paris, and when
was
I tell you,
there.
she looks Parisian, like she's like she was born, birthed out of somebody in Paris. It is so amazing how she has adapted that
Yeah.
quickly. Yeah,
Now wait a minute. Do I look like I'm from the UK?
I think so. Yes, darling.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Totally.
Really? Okay, because I don't know. They do their makeup differently out here. The skin is different, the hair is different. I don't think I would have ever done butterfly
Love
locks
it.
in the
Love it.
States.
Yeah.
But I'm trying some new stuff. We're trying to find new ways to be beautiful all the time. So I'm like, all right, but that's cool. I'm gonna have to look Tracy up.
Yes. Do.
Remind me after this.
I will. I will. I want to get you guys connected because and I was trying to save it for later, but this stuff always just pops in with me and you. You're going to Paris. See, aren't you going to Paris?
Well, yeah, I just came back from there. We celebrated
Just
my husband and my son's birthdays at Disneyland Paris. And when I tell you, I don't think the kids were old enough for that trip, but we're gonna have to brace ourselves next time we go to Disneyland Paris so we can actually enjoy it and not have meltdowns. But I'm also
oh
going to Paris in October, right around my birthday.
yeah,
I'm a Scorpio, right?
yeah,
Okay, so right around my birthday, I'm going to be doing the Smooth Jazz Paris cruise. It's on a cruise this time.
great.
It's on the river, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yes. So I haven't been on a river in Paris. Did you hear
Um,
about them like pooping as a
no,
protest in the river, though?
no, talk about it.
I really hope that the Parisians did not actually follow through with that, but they were all trying to get together and protest something. So, they're having the games out there, right? I don't
Sure.
know why they were protesting, but the
Yeah.
whole thing they were going to do was all dump poop in the river. That
No
was
way, Selena.
No, I'm
No.
serious. So I think about these things when I'm on my way there. I have about 4 months to go before I'm there, and I hope all of that is gone and they've figured out another way to protest besides fecal matter in a river. That
Oh
beautiful
my God.
river. Can you imagine? And that's the
Uh,
same river that the athletes are supposed to swim in for the games.
poop, Selena.
I need you to look this up. I need everybody watching this right now to look this
Lord.
up and ask Tracy.
Poop.
She
The
must know about it now because the day I
Parisians putting poop in the.
you never know what's going to come up in
Oh
Unsigned Artist Reveal
God.
Worldwide because we
Are
talk
you
about the world. Do you see this?
Paris poop protest? Pooping in the Olympic River? It's
Yes.
true. Guys, I'm looking at it. You
Yeah.
know, it
I'll be there in October on the river, and I hope that the smell has passed. Did they actually do it? They went through with it?
plans for a mass pooping event have been circulating for weeks according um to sources. This was just 3 days ago, Selena.
So 3 days ago was when it was supposed to happen?
Oh boy. This is USA Today, so that is a source that I think you can
Oh
um
no. It's supposed to be happening. The rumors have been circling for a while now. And this is not supposed to be the topic, Sabrina.
that is
This is
so
my fault. This is my
I
fault.
love it. When I tell you this
You
is
the
wow.
Paris
And
Paris is
so what
definitely it's cool, but it's different.
yeah, and the purpose is
I don't remember what they're protesting. I just heard poop in the river and I was like, "Really?" So that's the part that stuck out to me as opposed to the actual thing they're protesting. So I don't know if they just don't want the games to happen there, the Olympics to
right,
happen there, or
right.
what,
Yeah.
you know.
Selena,
Anyway,
I'm so
okay, so
done.
next topic.
That's why I said, you know what, Selena, I'm so done. So, hey,
This is because it's 1:30 in the morning here. That's the only
you,
only the filter is almost gone, so please don't take advantage of that.
I am back with you. So, how
I'm
about we
sorry.
talk about? I saw this, and this is for real now. This is for real, for real.
Okay.
Selena Albright, did you write this, or was this just something that somebody said, or is this you? But I think it is you. Selena Albright, award-winning R&B soul singer, London-based creative foodie
I
badass.
wrote that.
You are amazing.
Well, okay, so no, okay, so I'm fine saying it. I turned
I love
40 a couple years ago.
yeah.
It's something about 40, man. As soon as I turned 40, something snapped, something clicked. and I just started feeling super dope. And I started writing down everything that I do for the family,
Yeah.
my husband, my kids, everybody else,
Mhm.
and for my career in a day. Yes.
Wow.
I I can call myself a badass because I did one day and I was tired at the end of the day, but I didn't pass out. I didn't collapse. And the next day, I did it again. And it's just amazing. If you go through and you just write down everything you do in one day,
Oh,
not a
overwhelming.
Sabbath day,
Yeah.
it's just nuts. Like, I did this. I talked to this person. I talked them off a ledge. I
True.
helped my kid with the meltdown to regulate his feelings. I helped with emotional work for this person, da 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 da, da, like on any given day, which is where Dishonest Smile came from last time I was here. You wear all these hats and you find yourself extremely tired, especially around the holidays when
Yep.
you wear all the hats. And so, yes, I'm a badass. I'm going to say it again. And a foodie because, I love to eat because I wrote a song
Ooh.
about that too. Oh my God, it's 1:30. Why did we do this?
Because we love each
Definitely.
other.
I love you so much. I love you so much. I told you.
Oh my
One of the
God.
only people on this earth I would do this for because I know I'm safe with you. I know I'm safe.
Absolutely.
It's
Totally.
my filter that's not safe, but I'll
Okay.
try to refrain.
Do you know, you can just let it rip. Do you know I was watching I've seriously, I've been binge watching Empire. I don't know
Really?
why. Tell
Okay.
it's this thing I'm in, because I'm kind of delving into the industry a lot more
Mm,
now. I have so many more responsibilities with the artists that I'm supporting and helping pave the way, sort of, help direct them a little bit. I won't say pave the way, but give them direction and, consult with them. And so one day I was just sitting and I was thinking, wow, is there anything on TV on TV now? This is just me and my own mind thinking, is there
yeah.
anything on TV that I can just watch, that will
Yeah.
kind of help lighten the load, but it's musically inclined and it's kind of doing some of the same
Yeah.
things I'm doing. And then all of a sudden, Empire. Now, let me say, there were some things in there that I had to turn from because
Yeah.
I had certain kind of eyes and, certain kind of things I don't want, you know, in my spirit. But the
Hmm.
overall um pathway, because it was like six, I think it's 6 or 7 seasons on Tubi, you know.
Is it that many
And
seasons? Wow.
I'm on season 6,
That's
Selena.
crazy. I didn't know there were that many seasons. I thought maybe
Yes.
four.
Oh my God, 6 seasons. When
Empire
I
is
tell you,
fun though.
I've learned so much. I've
Hmm.
I've learned so much who to trust, who not to trust. Um, Dishonest smiles. There we go again.
There were lots of those.
And it's lots of them. Even family members, even, it, the industry is fickle. One day it's this and the next day it's that. And,
Mhm.
people coming in and trying to steal Empire's label and buy them out and do all these different things. And I'm like, "Whew, I'm tired. Do I
Gotta
really
be on
want to
your
do?"
toes. Yeah,
But it
you
keeps
really
me,
do.
the whole point is it keeps me on my toes,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
I
So
can only imagine.
so there's
The
my weird
music
thing.
though, the music from Empire, I still sing drip, drop, drip,
I
drippity drop. I mean,
know!
that was one of the bops.
It was
Um,
good.
Love is
Great
like a
music.
drug. It's great music. It's
Great
great.
music, yes.
Yeah, so that's what I loved it for, and of course, Cookie Lion. Did you see Taraji,
Yes,
hosting the BETs? She came
yes.
out rapping and stuff. She snapped. I loved it. I
I
loved every
love her.
moment. I was like,
I love her.
she said, "Forget everything prior. BET 24 about to be fire or something like that." I was like,
Go Taraji!
and the way she said "pop off," I'm like, okay, she meant that, and she had the grill on and everything.
Oh my god. She's
Oh,
amazing.
I love
She's
her.
and I think she's focused now. She's more focused on who she is and who she wants people to see her as in the industry. And that being said, I want to ask you, how do
Mm.
you stay focused, Selena? What
A lot of
keeps you
I don't know.
don't have.
I feel like I don't have a choice but to be focused
Okay.
because my life is so full. That's just the current situation.
Yes.
I don't have the
Yes.
luxury of not being focused
Mm,
unless it's a
mm,
specific time. So like I have mommy hour during the morning where I do whatever
got
I need to do, whether that's
yeah.
doing the everything shower. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's where you wash your hair, you shave, you do body brushing, you scrub,
Wow.
and you wash your body. Like you do everything all together. Whether I take like an hour to do that and then put my hair in twists, or whether I do some meditation and journaling, or whatever. Like my husband knows you're doing breakfast every morning because I need that hour. So I pick times almost every day, especially if it's on a normal day. Let's say on a normal day, I'm taking an hour in the morning to just do me. And that
Hmm.
helps me to focus for the rest of the day. I can't take that hour at any other time or else I'll be too tired for the next day. So it takes planning, it
Hmm.
takes proactivity. I have to take care of myself, make sure I'm drinking my water, eating or taking my vitamins, eating enough protein, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
my body is my instrument. So I have to stay within certain parameters that my body has let me know I'm in.
Yes.
And then I also
Right.
have to leave myself room to kind of explore, pushing myself to the limit so I can grow. So it's
Mm.
always this dance of not regressing to what I did in the past and then figuring out how I operate right now in the
Yeah.
present
Yeah.
and then saying, okay, but how much more can I do though? So that's
Mm.
why I don't have the option to not be focused. I'd miss out on
Correct.
so much life if I weren't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had an unfocused moment,
Mm.
where I was struggling to just be healthy,
Mm.
and I mean that, like, physically. It was the first experience having my kid in school, and he brought everything home, and we had just moved here, and then it was the winter in London, and I was like, "Okay, so, let me just rest. This is the resting time. This is my pause." And then I went on and moved forward and got focused on, like, my career and everything else again. But I
Ah.
needed a good minute, and that's when I learned to do the daily hour.
Sure.
So, I
Sure.
mean, all that to say, it took me a long time to learn what
How
focus
to
means,
yeah.
how to
Yeah.
achieve it, because
Mm.
my life tends to stay full. There's always something I'm trying to push toward.
Well, once you put that on paper and you decide to print it and sell it, I
Oh,
will be buying that book
you know,
from
I
you.
think you told me I should
Just
write a book
saying.
last time.
I did, didn't I?
But I write music though, so that's my
I sure
creation
did.
that people can listen to. So I don't know if it would be redundant or what, but I wouldn't mind writing a book. It's just I would need to be really intentional about it and find the time.
Of
The babies are so young,
course. Of course.
you know?
Oh, of course. You don't wanna miss a minute with them. You
No,
don't.
they're
You don't.
doing, gosh, when they're from one to, well, right now my oldest is 4. When they're this young, every week you have a big milestone if you're paying
Mm,
attention.
right.
And I'm watching, I want to see everything, I want to see all of it. So I'm working that and everything else. So if I add a book onto that,
Yeah.
yes, I'm taking notes now. I'm journaling now,
You're
but to finish
journaling
that,
right now.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, while you do that, I am going to take our first break. And
Okay.
I just knew we were just gonna talk, and I was like, "I'm beyond my break point."
And you didn't
But,
get to any of the questions you meant to ask, did you?
honey, it's Selina Albright Day. Do you hear
This is how it
me?
goes. This is how it goes. You just never know what the conversation is going to do. But
With
yes,
us.
let's definitely take a break.
You guys, let's let her get a sip of water,
That
sis,
sounds
I'll be
good,
right back
actually.
with you in
Okay.
just a little bit, alright, honey? She's gonna take a quick break. Look, guys, I hope you've shared, to let everybody know Selena's here. I see those comments. I am not forgetting you. We're alive tonight specifically because I want you guys involved in the conversation, but I had to catch up. It's been 2 years since we have actually talked. So listen, you guys, don't go too far. Get you something to drink, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Okay. Late Night is still making noise. Composer keyboardist Jesse J.T. Jazz Thompson, along with Billboard charting saxophonist Judah Seeley, collaborators of the music masterpiece Late Night, available now on all digital platforms. Join us every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time to hear the stories of artists you love and discover artists you'll learn to love on Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide via Facebook and YouTube. We are expanding. You can locate us on 7 affiliate radio stations, rebroadcasting Unsigned Artist Reveal worldwide segments around the globe. Come on, join the indie community. The Platinum Agencies is taking the indie brand to the next level with customized strategies that include interviews on Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide, as well as campaigns on social media. Listen to what these artists have to say about us. Soul R&B artist Selina Albright says, "I believe in the Platinum Agencies and the amazing things it will continue to do for independent artists in the future. Not only does Sabrina Taylor have an ear for the best-kept secrets in the music industry, but in a market where independently made music tends to be greatly overshadowed, her platform offers a unique opportunity for all artists to be heard. Some of my favorite interviews of my career have been with Sabrina Taylor. She really knows how to ask the right questions to capture the hidden story behind the music that fans want to hear. And I've always been so moved by her ability to pair her original imagery to my music whenever I visit her platform." Soul jazz artist Cherie Patrice says, "UAR is a great platform and source for indie artists to promote, expound, and extend their brand. You can always count on UAR to capture the essence, the heart, and the soul of an indie artist within its presentation. I always feel welcomed, celebrated, and in good hands with its CEO and founder, Sabrina Taylor, who puts her grand touch of elegance and excellence on every artist she comes in contact with. I highly endorse the UAR Worldwide experience. Connect with the Platinum Agencies at tpatheplatinum.agencies.com. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I wish you could see Selena. She was grooving to the saxophone. It was so funny. I love that.
Well done. Now, see, when you put me backstage on this platform, I'm like,
She's,
dang.
that's
I'm
what
like,
she was doing.
somebody see me.
I
I
saw
forgot.
you. I saw you. It was so cool. That was Reggie Foster Jr., everybody on sax.
Oh, nice.
Love, 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 love his tone. He has a really pretty tone. But we've got Selena Albright all the way from the UK. Is that coffee to keep you
It's
awake? Is it
tea.
caffeine? Huh?
No, it's
Tea.
tea. I
Oh,
don't
cool.
do a lot of like heavy caffeine because I'm real
Yeah.
sensitive to it and I do this. I'm already doing this, so I chose
Oh,
tea.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's British tea, like
And
breakfast tea.
and that might be why we connect so well is because I jibber jabber all the time, and sometimes I have to watch myself because I had somebody who looked at the show and said, "You know what I really love about your show, Sabrina, is that you don't talk over people. You allow them." And as they were saying, I thought, that's so hard. Sometimes I just want to interject because it's so good.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of holding back, you know what I mean? But in journalism there's times to interject, there's times not
Mhm.
to, because if you're asking a question, don't you want the answer? I mean,
Yeah, the whole answer.
the
But
whole
some people though say more than the answer and you got to stay on track because I know you have other questions. So
yeah.
speaking of focus,
Yeah.
But it's true. I do feel very comfortable on your platform.
Do you?
I forgot that I said all those things, and
You
they're all
oh,
still true. They're all still
you
true.
heard it. I
Yes,
thought you had, stepped away and,
I did for
yeah,
a
it
second,
just
but by the time I came back, I was like, I did write that a while back. But yeah, it's all still true, even more
thank
so than before. You really refined as well. And I'm really, really, really proud of you.
thank
Seriously.
you. Thank you so much. Coming from you, that means an awful lot. I mean, more than you
Yeah.
know.
You
And do
know,
you know we've got tons of people on here who we have not acknowledged, sis. So, I got it was like 30 or 40 comments
oh my
up there.
gosh.
Yeah, I know,
Hold
right?
on.
So,
Oh
I
my gosh, I
want
see some. Oh
okay.
wow. Okay, I just
So,
scrolled.
I just wanna start putting a few up there
Okay, go ahead.
so that people will know that we're not being stingy with each
No,
other.
good
Look, this is
morning.
my sister, and I will be stingy with her because I haven't heard from her in a long, 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 long time.
Except on Facebook,
Uh,
that's not a substitute.
I know,
Oh,
right?
look at
Uh,
this.
I
Oh,
know,
hi
right?
everybody.
I know, I know. Let me
Will
find,
Downing's on here too?
yeah,
What?
my
Uncle
buddy,
Will.
Will
Thank
Downing. I
you.
love him.
That's so
Nigel's
cool.
on. Nigel, thank you so much for coming on. He has me on what day? Remind me, Nigel, my mind went blank. I'm on his network every I think is it Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. my time, 5 p.m. GMT time, you guys' time. So
Oh wow.
I know, I'm in the
No, that's
UK. Really? And there's Will. He says,
thank
congratulations.
you.
Proud of
I'm not
you.
gonna cry, but like
Yes, you
at
will.
this
Go ahead
time
and
of night,
cry. Go
it
ahead.
means a lot because he saw me as a little girl when he was
Oh,
doing Pleasures of the Night with my dad. Pleasures of the Night is the name of the album.
got it. Got
Just
it.
want to make sure
Got
that didn't get twisted. That
no, no,
sounded weird
no.
coming out. Um,
No, it's great.
and that album was like for me one of my favorite collaborations my dad has ever done.
Ooh.
And they did Michelle My Belle.
Ooh.
They did Stop, Look, and Listen. Um, oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank. But there were some favorites that we listened to over and over again because I was present while Dad was mixing it
Got
and
it.
listening to all the mixes coming back and wanting to tweak. So I heard it all the time. And it's one of the soundtracks to my childhood. So it means a lot, Uncle Will, that you're here and saying congratulations that you're proud. It means a lot. A lot, a lot. I'm
Uncle
trying not to
Will.
cry.
Uncle Will. Okay, now Will, you know that's gonna be an ongoing joke. We've got this peanut apples joke that only Will can tell you about.
Oh no, I can only imagine because I've heard
He is a hoot.
some very
He's a
colorful
hoot.
comments that my
Oh my gosh, I know, I
no, Uncle Will
know.
is
I
saying.
think Ethan Mitchell had popped in. I don't see where he commented, but I think some of the family saw him and said hi to him.
Oh, cool.
You know,
And
just
Andre
for
Robinson
peeping
is
in
here.
all. I know, I know. You know, it's a great night because Selena is here,
Ah,
and I just, I don't know if I even, want to keep going past this moment because that means the hour will be gone and then she'll
mm.
be back, in the UK and I'll be without my sister. But
Wait, is
um
this we're done already? What the
no,
heck?
we only got a half hour left.
I'm like, I gave you a video file. Okay, good. Okay, you were like, I don't
We
want this to be over. I'm
got
like,
a half
it's
hour left.
not.
We do. We have a half hour left.
The
I'm
heck?
thinking ahead. I'm just thinking ahead.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I
I don't
I
want it
want
to end either.
I you were supposed to interview me
I was supposed to,
last time
that's
we talked.
right.
You remember?
I do now. Okay. I'm not prepared.
It's
We
okay.
should have talked about this over the emails beforehand. The
But
next time.
we can set something up and you can do
Okay.
that. How about that?
I'm trying to think of what I would ask you now because a couple years have passed. I need to
Yeah.
think about some stuff.
Lots have happened over the last 2 years.
Lots of things.
Wow.
Lots of things. It
And
wasn't just the relocation. It was just like,
mm-mm, things, life,
things. There we
things.
go. I was about to say life too.
Your music, Selena.
Now we get to the music.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
So I think your music, um, it it's it moves the emotions, but I also think that it heals, right?
Good. That's the
Ye
mission.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that
Oh,
last time?
no!
Okay, I figured it out. So, God speaks to me, right?
There you go.
And I've always had a mission to like, okay, back up, Selena, because
Okay,
it's now 2 o'clock in the morning. So in class, I was told to make my mission statement for my life. And I
got
must have done this in my, I don't know, early 20s or something like that.
it. Mhm.
And I really didn't know what my mission was. So I prayed over it. And God is like just revealing to me that I was correct all the way back then. And I've been on this mission all along. So my
Okay,
mission mainly was to spread light all over the world, no matter what form it took, or no matter how the light got to everybody.
got it.
And then I started noticing that people would call me Sunshine. And they didn't know about each other, but they were calling me Sunshine. I'm like, dude, I've been doing this mess all along. And then I looked back, I refound my mission statement in a memory box. And it was the right timing for me to find it. I was like, I'm doing it. So I feel like now I am living God's mission for me intentionally more than ever.
Got it.
So all the music that I release now, in fact, even just in the past year, I've been writing differently because, I've been traveling the world and everything, and I've been collaborating a lot more. And so working with other people who are not from the same place I am makes me write differently. So the next music you hear from me is going to be a reflection of my experience in, well, not just Europe either, like between America, Europe, all the different countries that I've been to. You're
Lord.
just going to hear it's definitely very different and very new.
Hmm.
And a lot of it is based on making sure people do not feel alone
Yeah,
and making sure that having a rough time is actually it's a normal thing
it's
to
okay.
everybody.
It's
Yeah,
okay. It's
that's how we
okay.
grow. Yeah,
Yeah,
making
yeah.
mistakes is like the precursor to growth.
It's okay.
Going through tough times, same thing. And
Right.
so I really embrace it when I mess up, which I
Mm.
do regularly. Like I know I mess up. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna try not to mess up in a way that's damaging, but I want to learn. I've always
Right,
wanted to learn.
right.
So yeah, it's been a new experience for sure. And I listened to my previous songs, like Conversations was 10 songs based off of, and this is the album I released in 2017 for those of you, who are just listening in now and seeing me in London. I saw someone from London in here who said she went to the show that I
Yep.
had last month. I'm like, thank you, by the way, for supporting that. Um, it was 10 conversations that I had either had difficult or fun with other people or myself, figuring out who I was. That's one of
Wow.
the projects that people relate to the most.
Mhm.
Um, and the same thing, discovering. All the moms were like, I get it. I get it. So now going into this new music, I'm just like, the mission continues. I'm always trying to make people understand that everything is love, everything is light.
Yep.
We're all navigating on our
Yeah,
different
we
paths.
are. We are.
It's multiple rivers to the same ocean.
Wow. So do you go back, Selena, ever and listen to the music that you've recorded and released to us to enjoy, for us to get healed from? Do you go back? And what do
My-
you listen for when you do?
I don't go
Just
back often, but when I
okay.
do, I'm reminded of just not only the stories, but you might know how this feels or might have like called it something. But when you
Yeah.
tap in to spirit and you're like in the zone
Mhm.
and you're writing something,
Yep.
but as you're creating
Yeah.
something, it just feels like you're tuning in. It doesn't
Mm.
feel like you're just gathering information and you're hearing the melody and it's all coming together and it's just you're in a flow.
Sure.
I remember the times when I was writing those songs, I had reached the same flow, but the flow keeps getting more and more complicated and varied as I go along. So, what I always listen for is how does this song still minister to me at this point in my life?
Ooh.
Because it's attached to the same spirit, the same Holy Spirit.
Sure.
So, like,
Sure.
how
Sure.
does it relate to me now? And I went back and listened to Dishonest Smile. And even in the past 2 years, it was different for me.
Mm.
I've set new boundaries. I've healed more.
Wow.
I've started to flow differently. And
Yeah.
so the people who were involved in getting me to that point, which really it was me, because I said yes to everything. Yeah, said yes to too many things. People will keep asking you until
They
you
will.
tell them, okay, this is what I can do and this is what I can't.
Mm,
Same people, different situation. And I even said that in the song. I was
sure.
ad-libbing, you know how it is. Every year, same
Ev
people, different situation. I remember being in the studio saying that. So what I'm listening for is just how does this minister to me today? Music is just timeless. This is why we can listen to Ella Fitzgerald songs and
Mm.
all the way back. Earth, Wind, and Fire still makes us, still gives us chills. When we hear those horns come in at the top of the song, we're like, and we have to go to
Ooh,
the floor.
every
When
time.
After the Love Has Gone comes on, and you get older and you watch your friends getting a divorce, and now the song makes sense, and you're
Yeah,
like, oh,
Selena.
this is what I was singing this whole time. Yeah.
And
Like,
didn't know. Mhm. Yeah,
it's timeless. It's always good. It's always something you can vibe to.
yeah,
But when it hits home and it
yeah.
becomes your life or it becomes something close to home, man. So I
And
think on that.
and that's what I was gonna ask you. Oh, get out of she hasn't even looked at my questions, and she's just kind of hitting on them.
That's
Ugh.
why we always do this. We
When
always
she
do
does
this.
it. So how do you've I know you've grown. I've seen you grow from song to song to song.
Thank you.
But how do you think you've grown musically over the years?
I think I just have more confidence now in
More
my
com
ability rather than questioning myself.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I think my subject matter has expanded.
Mm.
I don't think I'm ever going to be too sexual in songs without it being like a metaphor or an
Yeah.
analogy being right. But I've noticed I'm
Sure.
having a lot more fun now with all the topics, even sexually. Now,
I
eat
love it.
something. Did you catch on to eat something not being about food?
I finally did. I finally did.
How long did it take you?
I'm too embarrassed to even say, sis. I'm
No, it's
too
supposed
embarrassed
to
to
be
say.
subtle. No, no, no. It's supposed to
Yeah.
sound like food, and then you listen to it, and then you realize in the second verse when I said you bought the cow, you get
Yeah.
the udders and the
Mhm.
filet too.
Mhm.
Um,
Mm.
it's always been in me, but now I think I'm just freer and more open with the possibilities of what I'm, capable of writing and
Sure.
releasing.
Mm.
Because it doesn't all go out. Like it's when I'm ready.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Wait a
Absolutely.
minute. There's
Mhm.
another way in which I've grown. I've
Oh,
noticed that when I write songs, they come true. And so I'm very intentional about what I write.
you got to be. You have to be. What you say has power. The power of life and death is
It's in that
in
tongue, isn't it?
the tongue,
Ooh,
baby.
I'm red country. It's in that
Come
tongue, isn't it? Oh my gosh.
it
I've been
is.
called country more times than ever, even when I'm singing
Honey, I
lately.
get
And
it
that
a
is
lot.
hilarious.
I
Yes. But yeah,
I get
so
it.
I'll give you a quick example. I wrote a song called New Frequency because I
Oh,
had been meditating a lot and I had been listening to healing frequencies, and it was really helping me to balance out. Because
sure.
if I told you how much I have been through
Mm.
and done it in a very um, small community situation,
Mhm.
you'd be like, how did you do that? And why are you not in the crazy house?
Mhm.
But healing is super important. So I wrote this song called New Frequency, and I was jamming with five other guys from the Pact and Gianni Vancini. We rented out a studio for a week and we
Mhm.
decided to see what happened.
Wow.
In that week, one of the first songs I wrote was called New Frequency. And when
Mm.
I tell you, I described my current flat that we live in before
Mhm.
we even moved here, before we even knew that we would officially be in the UK, get our visas and all that stuff.
Mhm.
The lyrics are make me a life with some big windows. You see these windows, they're floor to ceiling.
I see that,
I don't
beautiful.
even know how we live here. This building, we were not supposed to be able to afford this. We
Don't
didn't
make
even
me cry,
know.
Selena.
We
Don't.
didn't know. These bathrooms are fire. I just upgraded my handheld spray so I can like not have my hair fall out with the hard water. So like it's a huge upgrade that only God could have orchestrated because the way it happened, it was nuts. But the chorus of the song, "Make me a
Wow.
life with some big windows and a sound mind, because I live for the
Right.
light. I
Sure.
need a new life sprinkled with yellow flowers." Why is it that the website for the place that we live in right now, I didn't notice it, but the whole background is yellow flowers? And that was God's way of giggling and telling me, yes, it was, you said it. So I made it happen. It was already in the works before you even wrote the daggone song. Thanks for tuning
Wow.
in. I'm like, oh
Wow.
my gosh. And
Wow.
yeah, so now that I know that's the case, that I
Yeah.
got chills when I
Oh,
realized that.
yeah.
Now that
Yeah.
I know that, I'm like, well, I can't release everything. I have to, and I can't even write down everything. And I have
Mm.
to be careful what emotion I'm writing something from.
Uh,
Um,
what what did I just say? Okay, okay, go ahead. I don't
yeah,
wanna
what you
break the
just
flow,
say?
but about your songs being so
Mm.
the emotional part of it, you yeah, okay, okay.
Yes, yes.
Mhm,
And so I try to keep it hopeful, positive,
mhm.
because that's where I want to be, but I
Sure,
can't ignore the dark places. A
sure.
dishonest smile was from a breakdown, an emotional
Right.
breakdown. So I can't ignore it, but I can also turn it into something that helps people. So whenever I sing that song
Mm.
live, I always talk about,
Mhm.
hey, look, if you feel like you have an issue, and even if you don't feel like it, but your family's telling you and you won't do anything about it, go get the therapy, go get this. And I encourage everybody to take care of themselves. So it's always got to be part of the mission to heal people and to bring light.
Always, always, always.
Because that
And and
I have
and
to be
so
obedient.
oh my god, there's so much in so little time.
No, say it, say it.
I I love that you are, um, a collaborator. I mean, a
Yeah.
true collaborator. I've never seen so much collaboration until I met you. But
Really?
it's good. It's good. Seriously. Oh
You can
my
never
god.
get alone, but you can get with other people because they're all tapping into their version and
Yes.
it's weird. It's multiple rivers flowing to the same stream. It's the same spirit, but each person has their own itness that they're gonna, I don't know
Mm.
if that even makes sense. Their own
It
itness
makes
they're supposed to contribute to the world. So their itness matched with
yeah.
mine will come out to be something totally different from what either one of us would have done because we've combined our forces.
Hmm.
And you just froze. Are you still there? There you go. You're back.
I'm here. I actually am thinking about something.
Okay.
Okay. Who is on here who has collaborated with Selina Albright? Uh, whoever's on here who's collaborated. So this is musically, right? I want you to chime in because I want to bring you on the air with me right
Right now,
now, this moment. Whoever that person is Uncle Will still there?
you know what
I know
though?
he's
We
got to be
haven't
somewhere.
recorded anything together though. We
Or
performed on
Nathan,
the same stage, but Nathan, we
or
haven't
or
recorded since
stage,
we did a show.
or performance,
Stage.
stage
Oh,
performance, uh,
we performed,
session,
yeah.
or any kind of collaboration. Who's on here? Who's done that? So I'm gonna give you some time. Oh my god, I'm not ready. You know, I'm sure that's
Yeah,
what you're. Oh,
nobody's ready for that.
oh my god, I'm not ready. You should be
We don't have
ready.
that time.
Be ready in season and out. Be ready.
I
Listen at
mean,
me,
talk about putting someone on the
because
spot.
I'd be lying in
Like,
bed going, "Oh no, you can't do that to me. You can't do that to me." But
right, I'm the main one.
whoever,
Like, what are you gonna do? What are we doing?
I want them to come on and talk about their experience with you.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want.
People's
So
experience with me from
yeah,
before would be totally different from now.
of
I
course.
think.
I think
I
so
think.
too. I think you're
So it's
right.
okay.
I think you're right.
Man,
I
if
do.
Frank McComb were on here, he's the last artist I just collaborated with. Oh my
Ooh.
God. If
Ooh.
anybody who doesn't call that man a genius is not listening. We got
They
together
don't get
and
it.
the way he directed the Pact and Gianni Vancini. in the studio and in the rehearsal before the night before, because we wrote the song in real time. We only
Right.
had less than 24 hours with him.
Okay.
So the night that we all flew in, we wrote the song in real time. They came up with the groove, and I'm sitting there, with my cell phone light shining on the paper because the room was dark. And then Frank is sitting on another stool, and we're trying to figure out what this song is going to be. And he didn't write an ounce of the lyrics, but he directed the music. And then what I wrote, he sang. But
Mm.
collaborating with him, just even his ideas musically, I was like, ooh, I could put this here. Ooh, I could put that there. And the way he sang my lyrics, ooh, I can't wait for that one to be released. Hold on. It's called Bag of Sugar.
Oh, I
It's
even love the title.
You're
Mm.
sexy. It's good.
Is it?
Good. It's funky. It's upbeat. It's fun. It's lively. It's great.
So, are you going to do a long playing project, or are you going to continue to do? Because I know it's a singles market, we all know that. But I love the conversation that you have on your, pardon the pun.
Conversation said, I see what you did there.
Yeah,
Yes. I mean, I would love to.
yeah.
Right now, and I feel like I've been doing this for years. I'm downloading a lot.
Mm,
And I like the feeling of collaborating with others.
sure.
So right now we're doing me, the Pact, and Johnny Mancini, with a special guest in there, Frank
Yeah,
McComb. We're releasing a full length record. It's not even
love it.
mixed yet, but when I tell
Oh,
you these songs that are coming out, I don't even know where they're coming from. There was one song called Hummingbird that I wrote out of a dream,
oh,
and it wasn't my
yeah.
reality. And I got a call from someone whose reality it was, and she was like, "I just got out of a relationship. He was really controlling and blah blah blah." Blah." And I was just like, You're the one who Hummingbird is for." So when I release this, it's like a totally different way of writing, and that will be a full length album.
Oh, full length. Cannot
Yes,
wait.
I can't wait either. Next year,
Cannot
most
wait.
likely.
Who are, so, I mean, you've collaborated with a lot of people. Okay. Who's next? Who do you want to see? So we got to put it in the atmosphere. Yeah. So who do you want?
Yes,
Yeah.
Bruno Mars.
Oh, really? Why
Surprise me.
Bruno?
Man, ever since he came out with that Silk Sonic record with Anderson .Paak, either one of them I would like to collaborate
Yeah.
with. Um, I think that album just it's such a vibe. So there's a song on there called "Fly As Me." Every time I get off a plane and I have to walk the terminal, I turn that one on. It gets me
Wow.
to the baggage claim without feeling like I had to trek to the baggage claim. That's my terminal walking
Really?
Oh, yes,
Huh.
it's random, but I've always loved his music. Um, I like his style, and I like that he pays tribute to funk, but
Yeah.
like old school funk,
Yeah.
but he puts his own spin on it, so it's not derivative, I don't think. But also like the way he performs, he's very charismatic. And
Got
yeah,
it.
I'd like to join our charisma and see what happens.
Hmm.
Why not? And
Why not?
Anderson, the way he lays a beat, holy crap. Like, and then the way he raps and sings too. I'm like, his voice would contrast mine really well too. And I think that in the case of Bruno Mars, he would push me to, yeah. So I would learn a lot from him, and
Yeah.
then I would become even more confident. Either one of
I
them, I love that.
I love. Okay, Bruno Mars, it is not impossible for you to hear this broadcast.
I've had two dreams about it already.
Oh, well,
It's
it's
as good as
done.
done. It's as good as
Okay.
done,
It's
right? So
yeah,
I think that's who's next.
okay.
I didn't dream about Anderson though.
Uh,
But in both cases, we were about to do an arena tour.
really?
Yeah.
Selena. Wow.
I don't know when, how, I don't worry about the how. I'm
It's
just
just
like,
gonna
all right,
happen. Yeah,
if something like that is supposed to happen, great.
it will. It will. It
I'm
definitely
excited.
will.
I'm
Well,
practicing
listen,
now for it.
are you for real? Well,
I
we
am focused.
need to find out how you're doing. What you are doing to prepare. I want you to hold it though. I want to get this last break in. Let you. It's like you're at the bottom of that. I can see. It's like your cup is
I
going up
know.
higher and higher.
Girl, I'll fill it up while we get on this
I
break.
know. We've got one more break. We're gonna let Selena get some more tea or some water. Oh, but guys, thank you so much for sharing and letting everybody know that she is on tonight. Listen, again, if anybody that's out there that's watching who has been on stage with Selena, um, performed session work, just on stage with her in her presence, listen, I want to bring you on just for a moment. This is my sister, and I want to love on her. And I know anybody who's been in her presence, well, it's nothing but great things. I know, and I just want to hear your experience with her. Yes. And any of you who are out there that are watching, listen, if you got some questions for Selena Albright, make sure you get them in the chat because I want her to be able to go when she can become undelirious because of the sleep deprivation. I've got her up so late tonight. She'll definitely go back in and respond. Never know, I may bring you on as well. But listen, one more break, and then we are definitely going to come back and chat a little bit, but definitely we're going to listen to some music. I love you guys. Don't go too far. Late Night is still making noise. Composer keyboardist Jesse J.T. Jazz Thompson, along with Billboard charting saxophonist Judah Seeley, collaborators of the music masterpiece Late Night, available now on all digital platforms. Join us every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time to hear the stories of artists you love and discover artists you'll learn to love on Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide via Facebook and YouTube. We are expanding. You can locate us on 7 affiliate radio stations, rebroadcasting Unsigned Artist Reveal worldwide segments around the globe. Come on, join the indie community. I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of the indie platform Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide, where the artist shares their story and I premiere their latest release. Connect with Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide here, live from New York City. The Loft, beginning Sunday, July 7th, 4 p.m. Eastern. Come on, join the indie community. Everybody, welcome back to the show. I just want to reiterate, listen, The Loft, that's like my eighth radio station that I'm being added to. I want to thank Chris Clay. It's a part of the North Star umbrella, the Soul Radio Cafe, the Joint, and then the Loft is all in New York. And I am just tickle pink to have an opportunity to be on the Loft to spread the love of Unsigned Artist Reveal worldwide. It's so amazing how this platform has taken wings and it's just flying and doing its own thing. And definitely enjoying the conversation with Selena Albright all the
Me
way from
too.
the UK. I love it. I
Yes!
love
All
it. I love it.
right.
I love it. So glad to have you here. Playing
Always a
catch
pleasure.
up. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's just it's always good to chat with you specifically about music and how you're thinking when you're creating. What is that process, speaking of which, what does it look like? I mean, do you set aside time to create or does it come when it comes?
It
What's
comes
that
when it
process?
comes.
There you go.
Well, I have tried forcing it before, and I don't like what
Mhm.
comes out of it.
Yeah.
So usually I know I'm going into a writing session, and so I get
Yeah.
myself just relaxed. I just usually just need to get out of my head and just
Yeah.
relax.
Okay.
And then stuff just starts coming together. So, once I had the studio session and I just said, okay, whatever happens, happens, and I let it go,
Yeah.
that's when stuff starts happening. I'm like, wait, I'm getting a melody. Hold on. And I check
Wow.
it with the way the winds are blowing, and then it just comes out. Now, a lot of times I'll come out of a dream. with music,
Mhm.
or I'll have a really horrible situation happen that's really emotionally charged,
Yeah.
and then I'll write a song about it as therapy for myself, and then it ends up ministering to others. So my
Yeah.
writing process looks like a lot of things. I
Oh,
typically don't journal regularly
really?
about, like, not specifically to write. I'll write
Mhm.
about my feelings and stuff at the time, and then with all of that just being let out, then I have room to receive whatever melodies and lyrics are coming out of it and process everything.
When you see this, what do you think of holding on?
I'm still angry.
Are you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still angry on a deep level,
Yeah.
about George Floyd and just all the injustice that's been
Sure.
happening,
Sure.
hundreds of years. But the fact that it's still happening now,
Still, yes.
you know, I always get chills when I watch the video still to this day.
I do too.
Um,
Mhm.
Reenacting and just even just posing as George Floyd, on the ground, and the way it was all set up, it was just me and my husband doing everything,
Wow.
including my son's
Yeah.
naps, because it was the lockdown, remember?
It was. Yeah.
And we were on our little patch of concrete, and like, this is what we have. Okay, let's do it. And
Let's do it. Yeah.
setting up the house and everything, like, filming that was really, it was a whole experience for me because I had to become the people who had died in the process of them
Wow.
being murdered.
That's deep, Selena.
It was really creepy. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
still think back on it, but I think back on it fondly in some ways too, because I got to work with some people I missed. So you'll see
Got
some
it.
guests in the video, you know, the music video. So, and a lot of them were kids that I hadn't seen for a while because we were on lockdown. So we were about 20 feet away from each other, and I'm filming.
Wow.
And they're far away because we can't get close because we don't want to give
Sure.
each other COVID. So there's
Of
like memories
course.
involved with this. But the
Yeah.
song itself, I
Mhm.
can't believe it sounds so beautiful though. I got to work with, oh God, I got to work with J Rob on drums. Chris,
J-Rob.
mhm, Chris
Mhm.
Big Dog Davis,
Chris.
you already know,
Of course.
the genius
Amazing.
himself. So I
Genius.
I told him, "Look, think Michael Jackson, heal the world slash make that change, and then add your
Ah,
own thing." Mhm. And he came back with something that's totally, like, he pulls it out of my head so easily.
I love
So
that guy. Yeah.
I
So
sent him just a vocal track, a
mhm.
scratched vocal, and that was it. And
Mm.
then I worked with David P. Stevens on that one. That was where the initial
Oh,
concept came from. So it was just, and Keita Matsuno took the chords and made them make sense and made it into like
oh.
a pop anthem kind of sound.
Sure.
So
Sure.
amazing.
Mm.
So
Love
when I
it.
see that, I get angry about the topic, but I'm just so blessed that I get to work with such good people, you know?
Well, let's just move on past that then.
Oh God. No, no. I'm still good.
Yeah, no, I know. I just,
Yeah.
kinda
But this
sliding
photo,
in the past. But this, now you've gotta tell me, what is the pact,
huge.
Selena?
Okay, so
Who is the pact?
I got a call from Gianni Vancini, who's an Italian saxophonist and songwriter,
Yeah.
producer, all that. He's
Yeah.
well known there and in Europe.
Sure.
And we met because he and my dad have Cannonball signature horns. Okay, so we were connected through that, and we both ended up on Dave Kaz's cruise. Um, this was 2013 when I had just gotten married. Dave Kaz was like, "Oh, just come on the cruise." I didn't know seeing him in person,
Yeah.
seeing Gianni was going to become this whole thing.
Got it.
So fast forward to 2018, he calls me and says, "Hey, I'm doing Gianni Vancini and Friends. I want you to come out."
Mhm.
And his wife at the time had a connection with airlines. So he's like, "I can afford to fly you out and everything, and then I'll pay you such and such amount, but it's not going to be a lot. I just want you to come out and sing with me. I'd be really honored if you come." I was like, "Of course." It's a trip to Italy, and I get to see my new friend who I hadn't
Oh,
seen in
well,
like
yeah.
5 years. So it's February 2019. I'll never forget it. The Pact was the backing band for us. So they
Wow.
did some of their instrumental songs. They're a jazz fusion but funk inspired band, right?
Whoa.
They're based in Holland, all four of them. But the cultures that are involved, like we're from six completely different places. One guy's from Colombia, another is from New Zealand. So it's nuts. So it's like, so all of us are from different places. So I bring, USA. And we loved working together so much that a year later, the pandemic had already happened, and they were like, we still want to make music. So they sent me these 5 tracks, and it became this album right
Oh,
here.
okay.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
And it was an EP. And they just sent me 5 tracks and said, just write what you can to it. We'd be honored if if you'd write
Wow.
to it. So I was like, I think I could do that. I didn't have them change a thing about the tracks. I just went on and wrote over them as they were. And I was recording
Yeah.
them in between Gavin's naps. This is how I know that it was 2020, the summer of 2020, because he was so young. I'm
Aw,
still breastfeeding. So a lot of the songs that came out of that was just me excited for everybody to be back together again
sure.
and have a good time. So one of the songs is called Everybody, and it's about gosh. Okay. I'm not going to say the lyrics in like completely because that's going to take too long. But it's about everybody coming together after the pandemic and being able to hug each other again. Like
Oh, I
that's,
love that. Yeah. Yeah.
but it hadn't happened yet. But like I said, whatever I write ends up happening. So
Correct.
fast forward to 2023. Now I'm moving out to Europe. And they're like, we need to get together and schedule this week in the studio and just see what happens. Can we do it? So we went to Italy in one of the coldest months in northern Europe. And we had nice warm days,
Oh,
sunny, beautiful days with no rain at all, writing music in a studio where we had rented it out for the whole week. So there's so much history, but they've really become family. They're my brothers from another mother.
I love
And
it.
during the transition of us moving to England and us being in Italy for a few months too, they were just so instrumental in us not feeling alone.
Sure.
You know? And
Oh,
I finally thanked them for that this year. And I was like, you guys don't know what you guys mean to me. So I'm so glad we're doing this
I
music
love
together.
it.
Because even the process of us working together is unlike anything else. They're very delicate with how they give feedback. I'm very direct.
Aw,
I'm like, I'm not feeling it, y'all. How about we
I
do
can
this
hear you
instead?
say that.
I'm hearing this and
Yeah.
so that's my version of being. Yeah,
Wow.
that's my version of being delicate.
So so anyone can have it. Talk about that
Oh
because
my
we're
gosh.
going to premiere that. Yeah.
Okay. Interestingly, I wrote that before I knew I was going to be living here as well.
Yeah.
So literally it's motivational. It's like it's supposed to inspire people to just believe that they can actually do anything that they want. You want a
Yeah.
meaningful life? Sure, anyone can have it.
You can.
You know,
Mhm.
you want your piece of the pie,
Yep.
those things without a price, anyone could have it. And
Mm,
then somehow we ended up filming it outside in an alley in Verona, Italy. Girl, that was one that's I think that's the most beautiful video location wise that
I
I've
love
ever done in my life.
I love
And
it.
I edited the video myself. My husband filmed it
Alright.
while holding our kid in his hand. Like
Aw.
all of this, all the writing of the past 4 years and
Mhm.
all the videos that have come out have
Mhm.
somehow had our kids involved and a whole bunch of weird scheduling and maneuvering. And it's been so cool. I don't know how we're doing it.
God gives you grace for you know what? One of my sisters, was it my I think it was my older sister. She's
Mhm,
got 3 kids. They've all
mhm.
graduated from college. Um, and she said she used to always talk about how she was hopefully that she was a great mom, right?
Same, yeah.
Not having children that, that's not something that, I'm thinking about, but I guess I can kinda understand that. And it was so amazing. It's like God gave her the answer. She said, "Oh, God gives me grace for every one of the children that I've had." I said, It was so profound. So I'm just sharing it with you. He's given you grace for each of your children. He has.
Thank you for that,
You're
because let me
welcome.
tell you, yeah, I have those same concerns too. But I also feel like this new shift that God's put us on is a gift for them too.
Sure.
We'll never have to worry about them attaining a new language or accent. Both the kids have British accents. They say, I want to eat it. And I'm like,
Oh
okay,
my.
water. Yeah.
What?
My,
Selena.
my daughter corrected me and said, it's not water. She's 2. She wasn't even 2 at the time. Not water, water. I was like, are you serious? I taught you how to
I
talk.
love it. Hello.
No,
Hello.
oh. So thank you for that. I in this particular moment, I needed that because there's a lot of transition, and I get concerned that the kids haven't had consistency for the past year and a half to 2 years.
I see what you mean.
You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean? But I
I
think
do.
they've had fun. We've made it fun, but
Well,
stressful times. But there is
great.
grace. They'll be
Grace and greater grace to you. Yes,
you.
indeed. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, we want to premiere. Anyone can have it. And I love this song. I think it's just such a feel good song. I mean, it really, really is. And guys, I know you're going to do the thing. You're going to put the emojis, the hearts, you're going to dance to it, all that good stuff.
Can't wait.
I love my UARW family. I love my family. They're so supportive. And there are people just like you from the UK that are up late, and it just blows me away, that they're still awake. And so, mindful of that, we're going to get to that. Selena, you hang out and enjoy that song with me. You guys hang out because the premiere is coming up, and we'll be back in about, I think that video is about 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'll see you on the other side.
You can't keep a good man, you blame it on your father. You can't trust a good friend, you blame it on your mama. If you can't keep a good job, you blame it on your teacher. But you can't change till you start looking in the mirror. Your life depends on you breaking free from the tragedies of those childish things. But what's familiar you want so deep, trapped in struggle and heartache, blindness and dysfunction. How far can you go? You want a meaningful life, anyone can have it.
my God. The harmonies.
Girl,
Oh,
I had fun
I
recording
got a
that one.
headache. I got a headache.
No, it wasn't supposed to have that effect.
I mean, a good one. A good one. Oh my gosh.
Oh
I
man,
love it. I love it. Oh my God. Just amazing,
I
Selena.
can't believe I wrote that during the pandemic when we couldn't have anything, not even toilet paper.
Yes, ma'am.
So like,
Absolutely.
it's so crazy to think back on the writing process of that and how much I just had to kind of look forward to a better time in order to get those songs out.
That's amazing. So
Anyone
amazing.
Can Have It is my favorite one on the record, obviously.
Atina said that was so much fun.
Ah, good.
I know. I know. And Ron, he was like, that coat though.
That's by a company called
Fire.
Desigual. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
It's a European country
Wow.
company. It's really
Wow. And
it's one of my favorites.
I don't know why my comments aren't showing up here
I
right now.
know. I was
It,
trying.
they just started to just poo on it. Well,
No.
should I say the poo word
If you want to go to
on
Paris,
the
you'll see a
poo
lot of
front?
it.
No,
But I'm
darling.
seeing it. I'm
Mm-mm.
seeing them come up on my.
Yeah, in the chat. Yeah, they're
People are
coming
like,
up
"Is
in the
she
chat.
Gerald Albright's daughter?" Yes, I get that question all the time. All the
Do
time.
you
Yes, still.
still?
Look at this face.
Yeah,
It's nothing but my
you
daddy.
can't help it.
The shape,
I love
even.
it.
He gave me
I
the
love it.
shape.
Wow.
But yeah.
So what are you doing? What's your plan? I mean, what can we expect from Selena Albright coming up next?
Something different, as usual. It's not going to sound like what I've done before. I promise y'all. And it's going to
Really?
be I'm into layers right now, layers of
Cool.
meaning, layers of sounds, layers of production. So I'll be working with strings for the first time,
Oh.
um, real ones.
Ooh.
I'm like, oh my God. So I have some shows coming up in London as well. London has really embraced me. So I'm
Nice.
gonna be gigging as long as London is embracing me.
Hey.
They've been streaming, they've been buying CDs, and I even have someone who lives close to a commissary. Her name is Sonia. She lives
Okay.
close to a commissary on a base, and
Okay.
she ships or delivers me things I can't get because I'm here instead of in America.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she got me my
Yeah.
Creole seasonings. So everybody's
Oh,
just like really welcoming and warm and inviting, and the audiences have been awesome. So more shows, more
more.
tour dates,
Got it. Got it.
a lot of that, and a lot of writing. I'm just
Wow.
writing and just putting things in the vault and deciding what's going to happen with all of them as things start to come together. And definitely a lot of eating, a lot of cooking, and a lot of life.
Foodie.
Yeah.
Foodie. So, anything with dad?
Ooh, potentially, but we haven't started on anything
Got it.
actually.
Okay.
So it, it's always been the case that sometimes we work together and sometimes we have our solo stuff.
Of course.
Dad is doing funk, James Brown
Yeah.
right now. He's
Yeah.
working with Leon Timbo, which is great. I love him. And so I'm over here in London doing my thing too. So at some point we'll come together, I'm sure, and do a tour, but we're
Yeah.
very much in our own lanes right now.
I got
And
it.
I don't know how long it's going to be before
Right.
we do something together. But
Yeah.
anything can happen.
You know it. What about Christmas stuff? What do you got for
Hmm.
Christmas? Mm.
So next year, I
Yeah.
plan to do a Christmas tour. This year, I still may want to stay close to home or just do things within Europe because I want to take the family with me. That's always been like the number one dream
Got
is
it.
to record music, but bring the kids so they can see mommy doing her thing. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's been part of my dream since a long time ago, and we're actually doing it right now. And I'm like, yes. So yeah,
Yes.
Christmas this
Yes.
year, I have two shows coming up. One is an opener
Okay.
with an artist named DeAndre Scott, but he's rebranded himself as Dre Scott.
Okay.
Have you heard of Dre Scott? He's from American Idol. Girl,
No. Wait a minute.
you need to check out.
Wait.
He's got the
I
curly hair,
think I
light skin, and he's got
no, that's
what is
not
it
him.
called?
No, no.
Girl. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
send you
will
his
get to know him. Okay.
Drescott,
Okay.
Drescott. So I'll
Gotcha.
be opening for him at a nice 400 seater out venue out here.
Oh,
And then I have my
cool.
own show December 19th at Pizza Express.
I
Hold
saw
on.
that. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
once that one sells out, they'll most likely add on another one
Sure.
that's going to be either right afterward in a different location of Pizza Express
Gotcha.
called the Pheasantry. So
Sure.
we're just we're so far out from December right now. So we're
Yeah.
just waiting on the tickets to sell out, and then we'll
Gotcha.
do another one,
And
and
you'll
we'll
do
see what other places come up in the tour because I can't say anything right now because it's too early.
so then there was Michelle Sellers from STL Smooth Jazz. She's a question, when's your next USA tour?
I
She
have
says,
no
"Oh,
idea.
I love
I'm gonna be
you."
real honest. I love you too, and I have no idea.
Yeah,
A lot of stuff is coming because I've been in the US so long and
I
I've
know.
been wanting to be in Europe. And now I'm finally here, and
Yep.
all of the calls are coming from Europe. If US calls, I will be there.
Hmm.
Yes. So if you guys call me back, I love America. Of course, that's my home,
Of
my first
course.
home. So
Of
yeah, I'll
course.
come back, but it would have to be a situation, where the phone rang from America. Now it's ringing in the rest of the countries. I
Wow,
know it's
wow.
going to happen, but I
It
think there's
is.
been some transition. There's been some misinformation and stuff like that through the
Hmm.
course of my transition into moving to London.
To
And
London,
so
okay.
everybody's figuring out I do know how to use airplanes. Um, and so I know how to walk a terminal. So anytime y'all want me to come out, I'm gonna always come back.
I love
And
it.
I would love to come back.
Oh my god.
But there's
One of
something
these days,
I know.
I'm gonna walk right up to you, and I'm gonna tap you from the other side of the shoulder, and you're gonna scream, and I'm gonna scream, and we're gonna cry, and it's gonna be sweet. I
I
can't wait.
cannot wait. I
I know.
can't. You were
It's
gonna say
gonna
the same
happen.
thing. It's gonna
It's gonna
happen.
happen. I know.
It's
I know
making
that
it
it is.
happen.
Well, Selena, I tell you,
No.
I
Don't say I tell you, because I already know. I already know what you're about to say.
I
It's
said that
real.
30 minutes ago, and you were like, "Wait a minute, what?
I
Didn't
know,
I
but now
send
the
you a
moment is
file
here.
full of things?" But I knew this moment was coming, so I was already here, and I've been trying to avoid it. People just don't understand. Selena is really like in this industry, she's the most real sister that I have in this industry. I
You
mean, for real, for
my
real.
gosh, it's
I
only
mean,
Monday. You can't make me get
it,
emotional on a Monday, Sabrina. No, I feel the same way about you. It's hard to find loyalty in the music business. So when you find it, you hold
yep,
on to it
you
and you
do it.
support it.
You
Yeah.
do it. You do it. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so, you guys, I appreciate you so much, family, for coming on. And these comments, it's just like they won't come up here, but I have them in the chat, and I'm going to go back before I call it a night. Atina, I'm waiting for you, sis, to come on back. I know you've got new music and stuff that's coming,
Yes.
but all of you guys are so faithful and so committed. Colleen, there you are. I just hadn't seen you tonight. Colleen
Mhm.
Keithley is like an amazing friend on Facebook. Definitely someone to know. I think you
Yeah.
probably have connected with her
We're
in the
probably friends
groups.
already. And
Yeah, absolutely.
actually, I'm gonna go to her page and just follow her now. I may as well.
Yeah, yeah, she's definitely so.
Let's not let them do it. But
It's
yeah.
like a ton of groups that she just supports me in, and it just blows me away how I have loyal family, and there are people who have come and they've gone. It's seasonal, and that's fine, and it's okay. I'm for those who want me, and I tell you what, I enjoy the ride, especially with those who just love on me. It's hard out here, Selena.
Hard out
It's
here for a pimp. It really is. I had Taraji P. Henson on the brain ever since we talked about it earlier. It's hard out here for a
yeah.
pimp. The way she sang the heck out of that too. I love Cookie. She'll always be Cookie to me.
Oh my god, I love it.
But you're absolutely right. You have
Uh,
to hold on to the people who definitely will stay there with you. And
yeah,
you're one of those people for me too. So I appreciate you so much
thank
for
you.
Years,
Thank
7
you.
years of being supportive of my career.
I know. That's a long, long time.
7
I just but
years.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. When I had
You
a
know what?
hand Selena was with me when I had a handheld and a heart for music. That was what, 2016,
Wow.
17? Was
17,
that
because
17?
Conversations record was
Yeah,
17.
Conversations. All I had was a handheld. I didn't have all this elaborate setup.
I
I
wish I
mean,
could see your setup.
oh
You got
god.
like a camera sitting there and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
I know the quality. I knew the quality was a little sharper, but I didn't know you had gotten a whole camera.
The whole girl, I'm headed to New York. That
Yeah,
is
this
that.
is thank you.
Oh, now that the loft has me, I don't know. I may be in one of these high rises. I
Anyone could have
am
it.
speaking what I
See
want
it.
and see it
Yes,
manifest. Yeah. So then
absolutely.
the next time you come, I'll be in a physical New York studio.
Say
So I'm
it.
putting it out
Say
there.
it.
And then I'll have a whole crew and maybe a small audience. And then we'll have a hot band and Selena can sing.
I'll be
Yes.
there. Okay.
See? Okay.
Well, you just
That's
created it. So now we have to take action steps.
Oh Lord.
And then during one of those visits, that's when I can switch roles and I can interview you.
There you go. Love
I
it.
think that would be the perfect time to do
I
it.
think it would be.
Oh, and I love being in New
I
York.
think it
People say New York is interesting, but I'm like, no, I would live there too. I think it's cool. I think the people are great. They're direct,
uh,
like me.
yeah, very direct. I've got a
Yeah.
PR person. I love him. Um, and he's in New York and
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
he wastes no time. He does what he does. He gives me what I
Yes.
need. And
Refreshing.
but he has a heart and I love Tom. Just a sweet guy. And
Hmm.
so Tom, if you're watching, I love you, sir. I do. Well, listen, I love all of you guys. I appreciate you so much. Listen, continue to share. If you're just coming in, please share. That helps because what I'm doing is helping artists like Selena. If there's indie artists that are watching, is to help you. I'm building the brand so
Hmm.
that I can get you guys out there because you know what, Selena, I've got some, and then I'm gonna let you all go.
Okay.
I, because I'm kind of connected um, with somebody, and I'm not going to even call their name, that's in radio. There's a trend now that's happening. And the
Uh,
trend is, and you may have seen it, there's a trend where there's a lot of major artists that are no longer wanting to be major artists and they're becoming independent artists.
oh
And
yeah.
they've got everything that they need to get where they need to go. So
Mhm.
resources are that's not an issue.
Right.
I want to be in place so that they need me just as much as those who are with me need me. Do you see where I'm going with that? I I
Totally.
I want to get in position. Oh my God, that was a song. In Position. Sam Rucker, saxophonist, had a song out called "Being in Position."
Mm.
Um, and so I want to be there for the long haul.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's what all of this hustle and bustle is about. It is not even about me because I'm not making a dime off of this.
Let me tell you
This
something.
this is for the artist.
Yes, and I appreciate that you do it out of love.
Love, love.
My main person who books for me here with Soul Crystal Music, she does this out of
Mhm.
love. She just needs artists what?
Wow.
No, she called me.
No, I'm blown away. Yeah.
She called me in May. She didn't even know I lived here. She said, "I've had your number since 2019." Sandy
Mhm.
Shore
Yeah.
um, gave it to me. And then the pandemic happened and I couldn't do anything for you. So I've been holding on to it. In 2023, she called me and the rest is history. This is what I'm saying.
Wow.
What God has for you is for you and your steps are ordered. You just got to
Yeah.
ride that whole journey and just
Yep.
trust in him. So yeah, you're going to
Yep.
be in New York and I'll see you in your flat. Wait, hold on. You called it an apartment, not a flat. So I am becoming a UK girl. I
Yes,
think
you are.
I might be a UK girl. I might be
I wanna be on the
the
top so that I can see the skyline at night. When I go to
yes.
bed, I wanna see the skyline at night, so I gotta be way up there.
Oh, no, I got upgraded to the top floor, me and my family. My view, looks like what you got behind you right there. And
No
it's something
way.
I could
See?
have never ever planned this. And I didn't think that we could even look at places like this. We were
Amazing.
supposed to be on the upper ground floor, and they said, "We gave your apartment away." And I'm like, "No, no, no, we're moving. The flight is booked." They're
Yeah.
like, "No, no, no, calm down.
Oh
We
my god.
upgraded you to one of our favorite models." I'm like, newly renovated with a speaker system in the ceiling because he knew I was an artist. I'm like,
What,
so
Selena?
you're going to be in New York, and you will be in a flat in New York, and those windows that you have behind you,
Yeah.
it's gonna look like that too.
Y'all heard it right here from Selena Albright,
Period.
July 1st, 2024. Well, it's July
The first of
2nd.
the month.
Over
I
there.
still call it the first of the month because I'm with
I
you. So
know, I
yeah,
know, I know, I know. Wow. Thank you so much for speaking life into me, Selena. That's even more important, and I say this and I promise I'm gonna let everybody go.
I know,
I
right?
want to be in the group of people who are much higher, think higher, you know, um, because I think with being the person who has the most information is not good for me,
Okay.
who, has all of the answers, so to speak. That's not
Good
good
for
for me because
anyone.
I can't grow because I'm just within that little circle of what I know. But
Mhm.
those who've gone before me, gone beyond me, um, those are the people that I want connectivity.
Okay,
Uh,
wait, hold on a minute. But you think big too, or else you wouldn't be here and you wouldn't be thinking about the New York flat right
mhm,
now. So I
mhm,
think we do it for each other at different stages of life to kind of pull each other up. It's iron sharpens iron.
yeah.
So you spoken life into me too, which is why I keep coming back after 7 years. Like I
Wow.
always have so much fun talking to you, and I always feel better after having, an interview with you. It doesn't feel like an interview. You're really good at what you do, but also I have a sister, and I want to see my sister shine. I want to see her glow even more than now. Cause
Thank you.
did you get a facial or something? Cause
Am I
the skin is
glowing?
popping. Yes. It's not just sweat, is it? Like it's not just hot in your room.
It's
You
a
look
little
really
hot.
good.
It's a little hot. It's the lights. All this light.
No, no. No, every time I see you,
Oh,
like,
hi.
yeah, the
Thank
glow up is happening whether you know it or not, and you're
you.
growing and you're refining, and it's beautiful to see. So, you know, I will always come back, and I appreciate you for having me on your
Thank
platform.
you.
I also appreciate everybody who watched for an hour and a half and gave
Yes.
all these nice comments and hearts, and I can see you because
And
I'm
there's
watching from my phone right here.
exactly, they're still poking. I mean, they're still doing it. I
Still.
mean, they've got all of these different comments in here, and I
Mhm.
appreciate you guys. Ron said, "Speak it." Yeah,
Yeah,
I am.
you have
Ron, I'm
to.
doing just that. Have to. Have
That's how
to.
you do it.
Yep.
Because I want a country house out here. Once I learn how to drive on the left side of the road,
Oh God, that's frightening.
I'm going to take a class. I'm going to take a class because I think that's going to be a lot for me to wrap my head around. Because even the
Exactly.
seats, the driver's side is the opposite side too. So I'm like, hold on a minute.
It
How
is.
do you even
It's a
park?
whole other.
Parallel parking from the right side of the car?
And
Oh, yeah, we'll
Selena,
figure it
I'm a great parallel. I must stand on the soapbox. I'm a great parallel parker. I
out.
mean,
Same.
literally. I whip into places. I was like, "Dang, you're good, girl."
Period.
I'm telling you, but I,
It's a different
I'm gonna
monster.
applaud you right now. Right now,
I'm
you
gonna
can
get
do
it.
it.
I
You're
trust
gonna get it.
myself. I learned how
You're
to
gonna
drive
get it.
stick
Yeah.
once we moved to Italy.
Oh God.
So yeah, no, I can do anything. I can do all things
Yes, you can.
through
Yes,
Christ
you.
Jesus who strengthens me. So that's how I know
He's got you.
He's got me.
It's
And
done.
I want a country house. So I've had the high rise flat. I want a country house so
Now
the
you
kids can go out back. I can have my garden and eat from the garden.
from the garden.
That's
Absolutely.
the next thing. So
Well,
we'll meet each other at that dream, that
at
vision.
that juncture.
But I'm so
Absolutely.
proud of you. I think
Thank
it's just awesome what you're doing. Thank you for doing this for independent artists
I
who like
appreciate
started independent. Because we
it.
definitely need it. It's a labor of love.
It literally
But we
is a
love
labor.
it. Like, I don't
It
feel like I'll ever not be a singer.
Oh,
But I think, you know, the reason why with the Recording Academy, I'm a district advocate
wow. Ooh,
is because laws need to change to update for the streaming culture. So,
I agree.
you
I
know,
agree.
just to make sure that artists are still being supported before they
Yep.
get huge.
Exactly.
Because what's the point?
Exactly.
Like, you should be
Totally
able
agree.
to like grow up to that point. It's really hard to do that unless you're a touring musician on a regular basis. So
Right.
I appreciate what you're doing because it's good for everybody. Because then everybody gets to hear good
Oh,
music
sis.
that might have been overshadowed before, which I already said
Mm,
in the blurb. My bad. But thank you. Thank you,
you're
sis.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well,
I
listen,
try not to
everybody,
cry.
for real, for real. No, for real, for real. We are going to let you go. We totally love you. Please stay safe. Love on each other. Keep each other safe. Pray for one another, and listen, what you make happen for others, God will make it happen for you. Selena, hang on for just a second. I
Oh,
got
okay.
credits. I got to pay some bills. Hang on just a second. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Okay, take care.